Peyton Manning, the sheriff.
The sheriff.
The sheriff.
The sheriff.
The sheriff. I call Peyton Manning the sheriff.
You don't want the sheriff to get a beat on you.
This is as good a list as you're going to get. Number 9.
How is that possibly right?
Give me 8 in the box.
That has to be better than 7.
6 would be great.
Wrong.
5 yards, we win the game.
He's got the best number, 4 rings.
Is it number 2?
Has to be the number 1.
Laughable.
There is no question. Number 1.
Best ever.
No one has ever had a greater mastery of the position than Peyton Manning.
27 is squatting. You can run right by him, I think.
One of the most cerebral quarterbacks we'll ever see.
I mean, he's the prototype for smarts at the quarterback position.
You sure you only have one show for Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning played football for a long time.
You're going to be a football player when you grow up?
Well, he's a rookie, see? Rookies do those things. Wait till he's been in there 10 years.
That's the old rule number 1 you never do. When you're in your 15th year, you kind of just say, who gives a
With an extensive career filled with so much success, we've decided to count down his top 10 games, and we asked, what makes a classic Peyton performance?
A lot of Omahas, first of all.
Omaha.
Omaha.
Omaha!
Omaha! Omaha! Omaha!
He's yelling Omaha 5 out of every 10 words.
It's like conducting the game. That's what I think of a Peyton Manning game.
Oh, what a player, what a player. Railroad, hey, you're on the railroad side. What? What? Yeah.
Changing plays. Did he even have a coach? Did he even talk to anyone? He was like the coach and the quarterback.
If I see man, I'm going to drop back and throw it.
Him just picking defenses apart, just knowing exactly what they're going to do.
Tapas to Manning. Throws to Marvin. That's his 3rd of the day.
When your name sits atop countless record books, milestone performances are one criteria to make the list.
He has the 2 titles and then every relevant passing record.
Protection stays in. He throws to Stokely. The record they thought would never be broken has been broken.
All-time records. All-time NFL records. It's been around forever, and he just broke all. That's really, truly impressive.
Peyton Manning with the most touchdown passes in NFL history.
As far as Manning-esque games, it almost needs to include falling behind. Peyton Manning has over 50 comeback victories in his career.
34-14, Bucs are going to beat Peyton Manning with 5:09 to go.
I think comebacks are definitely more meaningful. If you ask Peyton, he'd probably say the same thing because he always stressed the team accomplishments over the individual accomplishments.
This is a 4th quarter comeback that is unlikely as any you've ever seen in this league.
All the great quarterbacks have always had great comebacks. I don't know that you define greatness without something like that. Those are the kind of things that define greatness.
It's difficult to pick 10 with so many memorable games to choose from,
This goal looked pretty good, huh?
and it was a cat fight deciding which games made our list.
It was better than Desperate Housewives.
The number 10 Peyton Manning game. His first career win.
Gosh, who was his first win against? Was it the Broncos?
I'm going to guess that it came against the Browns. Statistically, most people's first wins come against the Browns. Am I right?
Nope. Actually, Manning's first win came against another highly touted rookie quarterback, Ryan Leaf.
Oh.
Yeah, poor Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf. Washington State Cougars. Oh, my gosh.
Really? The first win against Ryan Leaf? They're like the standard of like, see you later.
Leading up to the 1998 draft, it was unknown whether Manning or Leaf would be picked first overall.
I mean, now in retrospect, we were all idiots. But there was a big conversation then about Ryan
Leaf
or Peyton Manning.
straw.
That was a thing that happened.
Peyton Manning. No, Ryan Leaf, dude. Peyton Manning. No, Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf.
I'm going to be honest.
I can't say or admit that I was Ryan Leaf's advocate.
I will admit it. I was pro Ryan Leaf, which of all the mistakes in my life, I think that's number 1.
There's the famous thing where Peyton Manning said, "Oh, if you don't draft me, I'm going to kick your butt for X number of years."
I said, look, I'd actually probably like to come here, Indianapolis, but I will say, if you don't take me, I'm going to kick your butt for the next 15 years. And I didn't say butt either.
With the first pick of the draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Peyton Manning. The San Diego Chargers select quarterback Ryan Leaf.
Peyton Manning turns out to be arguably the greatest pick. Ryan Leaf turns out to be arguably the greatest bust.
5 weeks into their first season, the number 1 and 2 draft picks faced off amidst rocky starts in the NFL.
At that time, Ryan Leaf had actually had a bit more success early.
That was a very, very rough season, rookie season for Peyton, 3-13. He lost more games as a rookie than he did in college and high school combined.
It's intercepted by Rodney Harrison at midfield.
I'm just surprised that Junior Seau and Rodney Harrison didn't want to just throttle their quarterbacks in the locker room for being so bad.
Leaf over the middle, intercepted.
People won't look back at that as maybe a classic Manning performance, but it is an important win for you. You know, he only had 3 in his rookie season, and to beat the guy in his draft class, it was a big deal at the time for Peyton and for this franchise.
Manning takes the snap, play action, and dumps it in the flat, wide open his fault. He's got it, touchdown!
How can that be in the top 10? Yeah, he got his first win against Leaf, but it's not like we were sitting here waiting. God, if he doesn't win this, he may never win one.
But there was something symbolic about getting the first win against Ryan Leaf, the guy that, you know, he was always compared with early on.
As competitive as Peyton is, to beat the guy who people were saying should have maybe been the first pick in that draft, you know that was a sweet victory.
Manning's first win has already made the list, but what about his last?
I think any Super Bowl needs to be on the list, especially when you win it. That game took Peyton to a different level in terms of how history will judge him.
His first game, which was a terrible game because the Colts were bad that year, that makes the list over a Super Bowl win. That kind of goes to show you how boring Super Bowl 50 really was.
It's so bad, they're asking Peyton Manning not to throw the ball.
Take us to a run. Okay, we're okay. Don't can it. Run it.
Dude, just don't throw the ball. Don't do anything. Just take a knee.
Handoff, C.J. Anderson to the goal line. Touchdown, Denver.
It wasn't the prolific passer that we had seen throughout most of his career, but he showed that he could fit into what they were trying to do as a team and right off into the sunset, hoisting a second Lombardi trophy. It doesn't get any better than that.
Much in the same way that Cuba Gooding Jr. can go, look, I won an Oscar, but did I do snow patrol? Did I do boat trip? Sure, but I won an Oscar, and you can't take that away. And so, of course, Peyton Manning has his too.
Before Manning could get 2 championships, he had to get out of his playoff slump.
The number 9 Peyton Manning game, his first postseason win in the 2003 AFC wildcard round.
Peyton Manning at his absolute prime, I thought. He was hitting everybody.
377, 5 touchdowns.
Peyton steps up in the pocket, throws downfield. Marvin's got it, touchdown! Peyton will fake to Dominic Rose, back to throw, lofts it down the middle, Stokely's got it, touchdown, Brandon Stokely! Whoa, doctor.
Denver's defense couldn't do anything against him.
I'm telling you, he is white hot. He is money today, making the safety look silly.
What people forget is the first half he was like 16 for 18 for 327 yards. It was incredible.
Game was over by halftime.
Put the smack down! We put the smack down!
That was needed, is the way to say that for Peyton Manning, because he had been to the playoffs in 99, 2000, 2002.
The choker, the loser, the big game gagger.
Throwing deep corner left. The ball is intercepted. This has been an absolute embarrassment.
You don't want to show your face anywhere when you get done with this one.
So we're now talking about being 6 years into his career and have yet to win a playoff game.
Let's stay poised the whole game. Let's get it. We gotta have it.
Josh looks down the middle, throws it to Stokely. He's got it. Touchdown! 87 yards. One play. And who's the MVP? You better believe it. Manning's fourth touchdown pass. What a throw.
Boy, you got that right.
I think he announced to the world, okay, I've gone through my growing pains, and now I'm at a point where I need to be reckoned with, and I'm going to be in the championship conversation from here on out.
Manning had a perfect passer rating that day, but he did have some help from Marvin Harrison.
For all the great things Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison did through their career, most touchdowns, most yards, and all this.
That's the record breaker. The 86 touchdown pass from Manning to Marvin Harrison.
The touchdown to Marvin against Denver, if I remember, was a crossing pattern 20 yards downfield, and Marvin goes down to get it, and the 2 Denver defensive players just sort of stand there, so Marvin sort of got up and ran.
Nobody touched him. Let's see, touchdown. Touchdown. Marvin Harrison used his brains.
Absurdity. Like, there is no way that I saw that coming.
He catches the ball at the 30-yard line. He goes down, and nobody touched him.
Frankly, once you make a mental mistake like that, if you're Denver, and you're on the road, the ball game ended pretty much at that point.
And Peyton Manning, yeah, congratulations. Here's your participation medal for beating the Broncos in a wild card game, which is like historically one of the easiest things to do.
He had a performance of the eons tonight as he wound up throwing 5 touchdown passes.
For him to do it like that, it just felt like, what have you been waiting for?
Congratulations very much. The number 8 Peyton Manning game. Manning mashes the Lions on Thanksgiving.
What stands out about this one is that the Colts were wearing their retro uniforms, so the horseshoes were on the back of the helmet, and it was on Thanksgiving Day.
Peyton Manning, 35 touchdown passes in 10 games. Is this going to be another occasion for him to feast on a defense today?
We sat there, while the turkey was cooking and everything, and he just could not be stopped. I mean, it was vintage Peyton Manning.
In a season where Manning would throw 49 touchdown passes, that turkey day, he'd tally them up.
He had a huge game, 6 touchdown passes.
Is that all he threw that day?
Touchdown scoring machine, and number 18's driving this machine.
He was automatic. Like, there was nothing he could do wrong that day. The Lions, they had no answer for Peyton.
Well, I felt sorry for Detroit that day because they ran into Manning on a short week.
Manning fakes to Edgerton, looks, throws to Stokely, touchdown again.
Peyton throws 6 touchdowns. The first 3 are to Brandon Stokely. We were joking in the press box that I'm wondering if Marvin's going to go and say, hey, what about me?
Rolls away, throws over the middle. Marvin's got it at the 5, trying to get to the end zone. Touchdown!
The next 3 touchdowns are Marvin Harrison.
Touchdown, Marvin Harrison! Looks, throws to Marvin. That's his 3rd of the day.
Like, it seems like that's when Manning became like the sheriff, the guy who's barking out the signals, running the offense, and that's actually one of the best games I can ever remember a quarterback playing.
It was the very best offense, the very best quarterback who is performing at his peak in that particular season.
He's racking up touchdown passes faster than Barry Bonds can hit home runs.
Peyton Manning threw more touchdowns than incompletions in that game. He threw 6 touchdowns and only 5 incompletions.
It got to the point that you were numb to the excellence you saw every week. 6 touchdowns, you thought, is that all you got, big guy?
He has tied his career high. Peyton Manning with 6 touchdown passes in a game. Manning is finished with a Thanksgiving feast indeed.
6 touchdown passes, and he didn't even play 3 quarters.
If he would have played longer, he could have stacked the stats. I mean, I don't know how high it would have gone. 8, 9, 10, no question about it.
Well, Peyton Manning has come out of the game on the other end. Jim Sorgi will take over for the Colts.
Jim Sorgi maybe got the most playing time of his career because Peyton basically didn't play in the 4th quarter.
I'm going to throw 6 touchdown passes. Then I'm going to go to the sidelines, if that's okay, and start thinking about the turkey I'm going to devour tonight.
Hey, I hope I get some of these guys behind me.
Peyton was nice enough to be able to provide quality family time for families across the country. I was pretty much stuffed on turkey by that point in time, so I was happy to kind of check out and take a nap myself, much like most of the starters could in the 4th quarter of that day.
When your last name is Manning, football is a family affair, and Peyton has faced off against his brother 3 times in his career.
Brotherly love will be put on hold tonight.
2 brothers who played so many games against each other in the backyard, played basketball against each other. They fought, the usual brother stuff. And now here they were on the greatest stage as the 2 leaders of their team. It was huge.
Peyton is undefeated against Eli head-to-head, but at one time, his little brother had more hardware.
I thought it was very funny that Eli, had 2 rings over Peyton. I thought that made for good Thanksgiving dinner. Eli, I know you're good. You're really good, Peyton. But I got 2.
Eli had moved up in the family hierarchy, and now you got to figure at Thanksgiving dinner, Archie's probably telling him back to the kid table.
Yeah.
Peyton gets his spot back.
And we all know that look when Peyton got the 2nd ring. Eli looked at the camera like,
Touchdown, Denver!
With 3:08 to go, 22-10.
Eli, I think, has to probably give up his seat and give it to Peyton.
Get up and get me a plate, Eli. All right.
And clean my rings.
He shuffles off.
Peyton beating his brother didn't make our list, but one of his many face-offs against another familiar foe did.
The number 7 Peyton Manning game, the 4th and 2 affair.
Fireworks continue.
It is short of the 1st down.
All you have to say is 4th and 2, and people say, oh, yeah, that game.
It's like an expletive in New England. Now it's like Bucky F. and Dent, right?
If you say 4th and 2 anywhere in New England, to this day, Pats fans will just,
Brady versus Manning, the NFL's premier matchup for more than a decade. And in Week 10 of the 2009 season, the two Masters had a duel for the ages.
Touchdown to Reggie Wayne.
The Patriots' best offensive effort of the 2009 season was the first half. Brady was on fire.
Shoots it long and deep, and Moss is got it. Touchdown.
It's 24 unanswered points.
They had 17-point leads twice in this game.
Brady looks, fires left. Touchdown, Randy Moss. Patriots 31, Indianapolis 14.
Then again, as became the case in the latter half of the early 2000s, Manning led second-half comebacks. This pass, that pass, Reggie Wayne, Austin Collie, couldn't miss a receiver for love or money. Pierre Garçon.
Peyton takes the snap, pumps, looks. He's going to throw it deep. Pierre Garçon, great catch and touchdown. Now New England 34, the Colts 28. It's third down and a long two. Here they come with a blitz right up the middle. Brady throws, touchdown. The Colts are going to get the ball back. Oh, no, wait a minute. Defense stay. Are they going to go for it?
Brady is going over to the sideline. The Patriots are going to go for it on fourth down. I can't believe this.
Everybody in the stadium and the country says that's when you punt. You put Peyton back at his own 30 or whatever and take your chances, and Bill Belichick went for it.
If the Patriots go for it on 4th and 2, they have a 79% chance of winning the game. If they punt the ball, they have a 70% chance of winning.
This is where Bill Belichick is horrified of Peyton Manning.
I don't want to give these guys the ball back.
I can't give the ball back to this guy. So I'm going to go for it on 4th and 2, because even if I punt it away, he's coming 80 yards downfield from my ass.
The ball game hanging in the balance. Brady takes the snap, looks, fires right. It is caught. And I don't think it's enough for a first down.
It is short of the first down. It is short. The Colts take over. Well, now the Colts have to make them pay for it.
So that was, to me, a genuflecting by Bill Belichick to this is where this guy is now.
Peyton says quiet, quiet, everybody quiet. Manning with 1.5 yards to go, bows under center. Manning looks for the quick throw, throws to Reggie, touchdown! Reggie Wayne! Oh, yes, 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 yes! The Colts win!
Any chance I get to see someone beat down on the Pats, I'm gonna love it.
I can't believe what I've seen happen here tonight.
Now that's an instant classic, right?
The number 6 Peyton Manning game. Manning comes back against the Chargers while making a comeback with the Broncos.
After being sidelined for a year, the Colts parted ways with Peyton amidst an air of uncertainty.
Peyton Manning coming off the 4 neck surgeries, you didn't know what he was really going to be.
Question whether he had full feeling in his fingers. Question the, he's got the scar on the back of his neck. It looked like he could almost be bionic.
I mean, can you imagine 1 neck surgery on your life and how it would affect you? 4 and go play NFL football? That was definitely a thought that his career was over.
I don't want to retire. And no, I don't feel like I have anything to prove.
I'm embarrassed to say I was skeptical. We didn't know. I mean, nobody knew. In fairness to me, Manning didn't know. We know that now. The person that had the most faith in Peyton Manning was John Elway.
I called John Elway Monday morning and let him know that I wanted to be a Denver Bronco.
That faith has been rewarded, to say the least.
Manning's start in Denver was not a smooth transition. The Broncos were 2-3 heading into San Diego.
Manning was still trying to figure out what he could do with his new body and kind of getting to know his teammates, and that time they had to make a comeback.
Peyton Manning and the Broncos, a high snap, the pass is away, picked off!
When I think of Peyton throwing a big pick, and it's, something, here we go again, here's another loss.
The Chargers have it near sideline with a convoy at the 45.
80-yard touchdown return of an interception.
The Broncos were 2-3. They're down 24-0 on Monday Night Football in San Diego. It's halftime, and you're like, there's no way the Broncos can come back. But, oh, yeah, they have Peyton Manning, so here they come.
That's the great thing about a guy like Peyton Manning. Even when you're in 2012 and you're 14 years into your career, you have this vast data bank you can tap into. Have I done something like this before and still been successful? Absolutely.
Our
remember that game vividly because Peyton Manning came out like a man possessed. It was just like touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
He sits, he throws, he wants Stokely in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Denver!
Peyton comes out firing, hits Brandon Stokely on a wheel route. He finds Eric Decker.
Quick bubble route. This is Decker on the right side, and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Denver!
If you have a negative result, you've got to reset the computer, which Peyton Manning often does, and go find a way to get that victory.
Steps up, throws. He wants Thomas. Thomas is there. Touchdown, Denver!
Puts the team on his back and just like sheer willpower. He's like, we're going to go down the field and we're going to win.
Whatever doubts there were, he answered them with the way they defeated the Chargers in that game.
Peyton coming back against the Chargers, it's like, what can't this guy do? They end up winning the game. The Broncos are 3-3. They finish the year 13-3, end up having the best record in the AFC. And it was an announcement to the rest of the league that Peyton Manning's gonna be okay, and the Denver Broncos are a bit of a force to be reckoned with.
The number 5 Peyton Manning game, Peyton rakes the Ravens for 7 sweet scores.
I don't remember every touchdown, but I do remember that it was the first game he had played after losing to the Ravens in that double overtime playoff game the season before, and what a huge disappointment that was.
The Baltimore Ravens, in improbable fashion, have beaten the Broncos.
Peyton Manning and the Broncos still remember that loss to the Ravens. The NFL opened the season with the Ravens at the Broncos rather than giving the Ravens a home game. They had like a big Flacco banner up there because it was like the NFL was taking over, and I remember Denver was pissed because we were like, this is our stadium, you don't hang a Flacco banner on there. So Peyton comes out firing.
It's like a 7-on-7 drill. Boom, 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 boom.
Denver's first touchdown of the year, a Peyton Manning strike to Julius Thomas. Don't give him an inch, right? You gotta step on their throats now, right? Manning can get in the gun, throws, he's got Thomas again, who's open, and Thomas is into the end zone. Denver touchdown.
I've seen athletes in the zone. This was that kind of transcendent performance. Electric. Peyton Manning could do no wrong.
Peyton Manning has 4 touchdown passes, and we still have 10:28 left in the third quarter.
But see, what I always said about Peyton Manning was, it was never the arm. The most lethal weapon in the last 15 years in the National Football League is his brain.
Oh, expect 8-man fronts. Hey, Ronnie, make that one guy miss. We can hit the big ones, right?
And that night we saw his brain.
He's got Welker wide open. Touchdown, Denver. Manning, by the way, has tied an NFL record with his 7th career game with at least 5 touchdown passes, and we are still not done.
You wait the whole offseason for football to come back, and you're like, yay, football, and you put together your fantasy lineup, and you're playing Lisa, the worst player in your league, and she has Peyton. 3 touchdowns is a really good fantasy day. He had 7.
7 touchdown passes. He scored over 40 fantasy points in that game. So basically, if you had drafted Peyton Manning that year, well, you felt real good after week 1 because there's no way you lost.
Do you know how much it sucks to be mathematically eliminated on Thursday night of opening week in your fantasy game?
Then all of a sudden, you start looking, what's the record for most touchdowns in a game?
He's going to be caught by Demaryius Thomas, and he's off to the races. DT at midfield, and he is long gone. That will be Peyton Manning's 7th touchdown pass.
7 touchdowns, it's unheard of.
Our quarterback tied the NFL single-game record with 7 touchdown passes.
I think he sent a message at that point.
And that statement was, Flacco, I'm Peyton Manning.
The number 4 Peyton Manning game, Manning's Monday Night Miracle.
Oh, yeah, I remember that game.
I was there for that.
Probably the most incredible game I've watched and covered, and I covered virtually all of Peyton's games.
I literally started calling people at home. Hey, are you still awake? Hey, did you turn the TV off?
Remember, this is also a time when the Buccaneers defense was one of the best in the NFL. They were defending Super Bowl champions. This was in Tampa.
It was the Bucs offense who jumped out in front and buried the Colts.
They trailed to half. I think it was 21-0.
Firing to the left. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
21-0. It's over for me.
And Peyton throws a pick 6 with 5 minutes to play to Rondé Barber.
Dropping Peyton Manning under pressure. Manning. He goes upfield. It is picked off. Rondé, Barber. He's got Barber. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
and it's 35-14. Tom Moore goes up to Tony Dungy on the sideline and says, I think I'm going to pull Peyton out of this game. We can't win it, or the score is too much out of control.
Tony Dungy says, I don't want to get anybody hurt. I'm taking the starters out. And then he had a really long kickoff return.
Hyatt goes back about 2 yards. He's going to run it out. Breaks at the outside. He may go. He's being chased. Horse collared and knocked down.
And Dungy turns to Moore. He goes, okay, one more shot at this.
Bucks are going to beat the Colts with 5:09 to go.
Peyton wasn't pulled from the game and may have found some extra motivation from the Tampa sideline.
Keyshawn Johnson, when they were winning, probably your microphones caught Keyshawn Johnson basically bad-mouthing Peyton Manning.
So much for the great Peyton Manning. I mean, I know it ain't over, but so much for big money Peyton.
And the next thing you know, it's almost as if Peyton Manning hurt him. And then Peyton Manning takes off and that comeback.
He went nuts in the fourth quarter. I mean, he just could not be stopped.
Peyton and Marvin Harrison played pitch and catch in the second half.
If you were in trouble, simply dial up 18-88 and good things are going to happen.
He throws. Touchdown, Marvin!
When he got flying in a game and you knew, you just started doing the math by sevens and said, uh-oh. Within 2 touchdowns was a reasonable distance for him to make up. In a blink of an eye, the Colts came back from that deficit. I mean, it felt like it was only 5 minutes of real time that the Buccaneers had lost this huge lead, and the Colts came all the way back.
Touchdown, Colts. We're tied 35-35 with 35 seconds to go.
That pony was ready for the glue factory until the fourth quarter.
In the last 5 minutes and change, they scored 21 points and sent the game into overtime.
29-yarder snap. The ball is down. The kick is up. It is good. Colts win.
That comeback Monday night against that defense, yeah, that's arguably his best performance.
Bucs game was like something you're there, you see it, you can't believe it. That should be number 2, though.
I've got a lot of Colts games on DVDs, and every so often I'll put that game in. You know how the game ends, but you also know that it's virtually impossible to win a game like that. When you have Peyton Manning, nothing's impossible, and no game is unwinnable.
The most versatile and best actors in the quarterback history, I have to go with Peyton. I mean, he really doesn't take himself seriously.
Peyton Manning's the best pitchman because I think he appeals to everybody in the country.
Peyton Manning, he the pizza boy. Pizza boy, you didn't see a Papa John commercial?
I feel like Papa John has something dirty on Peyton, and he's like, if you don't do 100 commercials for me, I'm going to tell everybody that you like to sleep with goats.
Peyton, of course, famously associated with Papa John's Pizza, but now he's getting older. He might have to switch to Tombstone.
My favorite commercial tastes so good.
You just put the Nationwide song in. Can I do the Nationwide song? Are we going to be able to air that if I hum that? I just have to go one note off?
Yeah, of course.
Nationwide is on your side.
Peyton Manning on Saturday Night Live and all the commercials that he does. Really kind of a good actor.
Peyton Manning was on Saturday Night Live. Peyton Manning is an excellent, legit comedic actor. He's legit. So add that to his resume.
The number 3 Peyton Manning game. Number 18 gets 509.
Did I have doubts? Of course, we all did. I don't know anyone who went into that day or that game thinking it was going to happen.
How you doing, man? Good to see you, John. Thanks. Good. How you doing, man? Good luck, good to see you, man. Thanks, man. That was good.
What was funny about it was we all knew it was coming.
Manning pump fakes, floats one. He's got Welker wide open. Welker inside the 15, inside the 10, touchdown. Ties Brett Favre at 5:08 for the most touchdown passes in NFL history.
Peyton Manning might have a record for how many NFL records he holds.
Hey, let's really hone in and concentrate now.
It looked like he couldn't be stopped, and it was just a matter of who he chose to go to.
Empty backfield, 3-man rush. He bounces around and throws. Touchdown! Move over Brett Favre and make room for the new king.
Peyton Manning, he passed Favre on the all-time touchdown list. That's great. If he plays for another 100 years, he could beat Favre's interception record, too.
Because of the injury in 2011 and the injuries he dealt with in 2014 and 2015, I'm sure it gives Peyton a greater sense of appreciation for those records.
Peyton Manning now has more touchdown passes than any other player in NFL history.
It's weird that we don't celebrate all these individual records as much as we should.
Yeah, those numbers things, you know, sometimes we put too much emphasis on them.
There was nothing special about how he played that night as far as the pass or the game itself. Number 3, no. You got that one wrong.
Am I allowed to show props? Because I have right here the photo I took on the field in the end zone against the 49ers, Peyton to Demaryius Thomas, for the historic number 509.
You don't see Peyton Manning smile too many times in the midst of a game. He's got a big smile on his face.
You know, God bless him for getting the record and everything, but, you know, the orchestrated post-touchdown celebration.
Look what they're doing, man. They're playing keep away with the football.
I can't get the ball. We can give me the ball. Please, come on.
Goes from Welker to Julius to Emmanuel Sanders. He still doesn't have a hold of that thing.
Then we come to find out that it was staged.
He actually planned that himself.
That Peyton Manning had planned it and they practiced it.
So he came to me, he keep the ball away, the hopscotch or whatever. And I was like, cool. So we got everybody in on Friday. You know, we practiced it.
So Peyton Manning practiced a prank on himself?
Kinda.
That's the lamest possible thing you could ever do.
You ruined it, Peyton Manning.
Get him off the list.
There is a Peyton Manning game you don't have on here that belongs here, and that's the 2013 AFC Championship game against New England. He was untouchable.
The 2013 AFC Championship to me is just Peyton Manning going, oh, yeah, I can't win the big one. I'm bad in the clutch. I can't handle the pressure. Really?
The same narrative, Brady versus Manning.
Peyton Manning's in rhythm, Tom Brady is not. Pot roast all day long.
Dinner is served.
Manning gets the last laugh.
Peyton looked like he wanted it more, and he did, and he got it.
I was really happy for Peyton because he showed, I'm great, stop hating on me, you silly people.
Peyton Manning is heading to Super Bowl 48.
While Super Bowl 48 didn't bring Peyton a championship, the next game on our list did.
The number 2 Peyton Manning game, Super Bowl 41.
I'm a little surprised that Super Bowl 41 is up that high.
As one of his number 2 best performance?
Okay, I understand that is the game that gave Peyton Manning his long-awaited Super Bowl ring. He was MVP, all that. That's all well and good, but we all need to remember that he beat Rex Grossman.
Having to go up against Rex Grossman. My bad. Shout out to Rex Grossman. Yeah, I think that's a little bit too high.
Anytime you beat Rex Grossman, I think that automatically, there's an asterisk next to the game if you win.
One of the biggest factors of Super Bowl 41 was the weather.
What I'm going to remember is the stinking rain in that game. That's what I'm going to remember.
I think Peyton's performance in that game might be underrated, just from a standpoint of it was the one Super Bowl we've ever had that was played in the rain. It was a miserable weather night.
I'm the one that kept saying, it's not going to rain. It just doesn't rain on Super Bowl Sunday. It doesn't. It hadn't rained in 40 of them. It's not going to rain. I don't care what these weathermen say. That definitely was a surprise.
I thought it might just drizzle. It's raining.
Like many of Manning's games on this list, the Colts trailed in Super Bowl 41 almost immediately.
We're all at the Super Bowl party. The kickoff happens. We're kind of paying attention, and then all of a sudden we're watching. We're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Hester's gonna take it all the way for a touchdown.
We're gonna win the Super Bowl. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. And then the Colts outscored the Bears like 23-3 the rest of the game.
Peyton Manning had his moment early when he catches them on a busted defense, and he had Reggie Wayne hook up on a big touchdown.
Peyton steps up, throws one downfield. Reggie's there, got it to 20. Touchdown, Reggie Wayne.
41 I thought was more like a team victory. You really had just the excellent run game.
They give it to Dominic off the right side. Touchdown!
Give a tip of the cap to Peyton to realize what Chicago was doing defensively, where he could hit those guys out of the backfield and keep moving the chains.
It turned into the worst party ever, basically. Thanks for nothing, Peyton Manning.
The Colts are world champions!
It was a career moment. You think of just that wide smile that Peyton has as he's looking down at the Lombardi Trophy. That's kind of the signature moment.
Peyton Manning in the rain with his T-shirt and championship hat on, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy.
That was the coronation. I mean, everybody was waiting for Peyton to finally step up and win a Super Bowl, and that happened. It finally happened.
The world, not just the country, was happy for Peyton Manning to win a Super Bowl.
For a while there, you were wondering, is he going to be Dan Marino?
Yeah.
That's everybody's fear, except for Dan Marino, probably.
No, that's his fear.
Until the great player can get that first one, there's that hole in the resume that no matter what you've done before, you've got to have that one box to be checked. And in 2006, they finally checked Peyton Manning, Super Bowl. It will forever be high on Peyton Manning's list of, I got it done.
And the #1 Peyton Manning game, the 2006 AFC Title II.
Exercising demons everywhere.
Finally, you guys got one right. Finally. When you think Peyton Manning, this is the game you think of, the 2006 AFC Championship game.
Because not only did it get him into the Super Bowl for the first time, but he finally beat Tom Brady.
There's always one team that stands in your way. For Peyton Manning, it was Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
The crowd is ready. There's such a history between these folks going way back.
The perfect storm. AFC title game at home. You know, arch rival New England. All the build-up and a pick six.
Back to throw, fires near side.
Intercepted, left side, touchdown, Asante Samuel.
That game was over. It was 21-3 late in the second quarter.
Peyton's 6th interception in the playoffs, 21-3 New England. And the Colts are really in hot water now.
He couldn't beat Belichick. He couldn't beat Brady.
They're in his head. They've always beat me. Am I ever gonna get over this hump?
I remember calling my wife at halftime saying, this one's over.
And it just shows you can't write your article at halftime. This is an actual football game, and things do happen that maybe you don't even expect.
There's 30 minutes of football to be played. A couple of touchdowns, and you can get right back in this game.
What a weird game that was. Dan Klecko scored a touchdown.
He will fake the ball to a dive. Looks for Dan Klecko. He's got it. Touchdown! Dan Klecko!
Jeff Saturday scores a touchdown on a fumble.
Fumbled the frickin' football as it goes down. Touchdown! They say the Colts got it! Oh, Doctor, that is a big break there.
They put together a second half for the ages. Scored 32 points in the second half against a team that hadn't given up 32 points all year.
Holy mackerel, what a throw by Peyton Manning. Third down goal from the one Manning quarterback sneak. Touchdown!
Manning, who at the time was known as this all-time loser, playing like the all-time winner.
What better situation you want, baby? Be Tom Brady last-minute drive.
And Peyton won the game with a long drive.
We got what we wanted right here. Let's go, Peyton. Let's go. Here we go. We got our money, man, in the money time. Let's go.
And Peyton throws a crossing route to Reggie Wayne, and he takes off across the field. And as he's getting down there, he gets hit by about 16 Patriots. And in slow motion, the ball just kind of squirts up in the air.
It went up in the air out of his hands. He almost lost the football at the Patriot 22.
Whole building, you could kind of feel, didn't really want to believe that the Colts could do it until the very end.
Right up the middle, touchdown! He ran right up the middle and scores with a minute left. We're going to the Super Bowl! What a comeback!
And it turns out it was the biggest comeback victory in a championship game in the NFL history.
Just when I thought you couldn't be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself, which is what Peyton Manning did in the second half of that game.
Exercising demons everywhere. The Colts are headed to the Super Bowl.
Monumental moment for him. To smoke Brady, to get to the Super Bowl is so cool.
And that's the #1 game that stands out when you think about his career, by far in my mind, by far.
So wait, let's get this right. So NFL Films has the Super Bowl victory behind him beating Tom Brady. That's
wow.
And the import for him to change the storyline, it's right where it needs to be at #1.